This central baking facility produces bread at a rate of 4,300 pounds of dough per hour. This production system, which is fully automated from scaling and ingredient mixing to packaging, greatly contributes to improved cost, performance, sanitation, and consistent quality. Let's take a look at the system step by step. Bulk flour is stored in an outdoor silo filled via tanker. And then fed to a mixer, screened by a sifter, and scaled by a scaling hopper. Micro-ingredients are scaled by a Mike-DOS micro-ingredient handling system. Yeast is dissolved in the ingredient mixer. The yeast and metered mixing water are fed to a sponge mixer. The water-cooled bowl jacket is the key to temperature control of the dough during mixing. Sponge dough mixing is completed and the dough is moved to the fermentation room for 4 hours. Well-fermented sponge dough is moved to another mixer for final mixing. This hopper is equipped with a cover, which is closed when not in use to prevent contamination. The dough development monitor attached to the mixer displays dough temperature and development status as a graph. The displayed graph can be compared to previous graphs, which gives the operator an opportunity to select the best mixing conditions. To facilitate more sensitive temperature control of the dough, the final mixer is equipped with both a bowl jacket cooled by gas direct expansion and an electronic dough temperature control system. The dough now moves on to dividing, rounding, and the intermediate proofing process. The dough divider has a weight checker. This weight checker automatically compensates for any dividing weight irregularities by feeding back the required operating parameters to the divider. You can see the weight adjusting handle turn slightly to adjust the dough weight automatically. It also incorporates an automatic dough pressure compensation system. It calculates the bend amount of the main ram measured by sensors to keep the dough pressure constant. Divided dough pieces are conveyed from the first conveyor to the acceleration conveyor, and dough balls are evenly spaced and doubles are prevented. Then they are rounded by the dough rounder. 3 mm thick and lifetime lasting Teflon plate is attached to the inside of the rounding track to prevent dough pieces from adhering to the track. Beautifully rounded dough pieces go into the intermediate proofer, appropriately spaced in 6 rows at the accumulating conveyor put in proofer cups through the star wheel. They are rested for 15 minutes to recover their texture. The proofer is equipped with a convenient tray cleaning device. The dough pieces are now more stable and uniform. Next comes the degassing process by the molder, the forming and panning process by the bread panner. The cross-grain molder gently and gradually degasses by going through 4 steps: press roller, first roller, second and third rollers. The oval and sheeted dough piece changes travel direction at a right angle. The pieces are rolled by a curling net and appropriately shaped by moving under a pressure board. Rolled and stick-shaped dough goes to the centering unit of the bread panner, which positions the dough pieces so as to match them with the center line of the machine. This is a forming unit to form a dough piece in a designated shape. In this case, it is an M shape. The M-shaped dough pieces are put in baking tins via the panning pocket. The molder has a bypass conveyor to offload dough pieces for manual panning when necessary. Next comes the final proofing process. An automatic lidder puts a lid on each baking tin. The tin then moves on to the baking process. The baked bread is removed from the baking tin, cooled down by going through a spiral cooling conveyor, and then goes through the slicing and packaging process. The band slicer slices the bread to preferred thickness by adjusting the band blades. Bread loaves are fed one by means of an elevation device at infeed and conveyed to the blade section by a flight conveyor. The bar conveyor ensures movement of sliced loaves block by block. 1 pound and 1.5 pound loaf bagging is available when the loaf separator is oriented in a straight line with the slicer. A scoop securely grasps a bag by moving backward, up, down, and left and right. Various settings and adjustments are displayed on a monitor. An automatic bag changer is available as an option. This central factory continues to deliver neatly packaged and tasty bread produced with Oshikiri bread equipment. The Oshikiri bread production line delivers flavor-rich bread all over the world. Oshikiri has been developing systems to meet global customers' needs for over 50 years.